never really slept. It twitched, like a wounded animal under too much neon and too little sky. Electrical storms crawled across rooftops while drones screamed through polluted air channels. Billboards glitched between ads and warnings, creating constant pulse that made the whole city feel alive and sick at the same time. That was the night the summoner sent its first signal. Every sector had felt it, a pulse slithering through implants and ancient authority waking up. Only 6 were left in the tournament now, each one powerful enough to shape a sector, dangerous enough to break one, and desperate enough to gamble the whole world. In the Black Smoke District, Lysander Foss stood on a factory catwalk as molten steel poured below, the furnaces roaring like demons. The pulse hit him hard, shaking dust from overhead pipes. Lysander tightened his jaw as the summoner's voice echoed through his implant. The tournament had begun again, a brutal cycle with no rules, no safety, and no second chances. His foreman approached hesitantly, asking who else remained. Lysander didn't look away from the blazing furnaces. 5 rivals, he said, and one anomaly. The foreman swallowed the vagabond. Lysander spat over the rail, annoyed. He shouldn't even be in the game. Across the city, Astral wind moved through her glowing arboretum, plants reacting to the same pulse with trembling leaves. They felt danger before she did. She whispered to them, steadying her breath, already understanding the truth. The tournament wasn't competition. It was predation. And predators were circling tonight. Deep under Nexum, Kai Mercer entered the network pit, a cold labyrinth of server pods and quantum coils. When the summoner's signal struck, every screen in the room flickered with the same rhythm as his heartbeat. Kai smiled. He loved the start of a cycle, the moment when invisible knives were drawn and hidden agendas lit up like stars. Let them come, he whispered. Spies show themselves by what they try to steal. Meanwhile, Rook Mercer, Kai's brother, war built into a man, stood in a bunker drenched in red emergency lights. He cracked his knuckles as the pulse rolled through him. Open the armory, he ordered. His lieutenant hesitated, saying the rules still applied. Rook corrected him coldly. There are no rules. Selene and Kyrus watched the summoner's pulse ripple through financial streams like a serpent in black water. She sat upon her onyx throne, data orbiting her hands like constellations.
others reacted with fear or violence. Celine simply adjusted her posture, already calculating her rise. When her assistant asked who the priority threat was, she enlarged one profile, the vagabond. Blank, unreadable, impossible. "Why does a ghost sit at my table?" she murmured. Down at the street level, the vagabond sat against a buzzing neon sign, chewing a stale ration bar. A message flickered onto his hood. "You have been entered into the tournament." He scratched his head, unimpressed. When the prompt insisted he attend the summit, he said no, confusing the system. Moments later, he shrugged and wandered off. Maybe he'd go. Maybe not. At midnight, the sky plate activated. An enormous platform suspended between 3 mega towers. Lightning flashed beneath its transparent floor, and the wind howled like a warning. One by one, the 6th sector. Heads arrived: Lysander, imposing Astra, serene but wary Kai, silent as a blade Rook, armored and ready for blood, Celine, radiant with quiet authority, and finally, the vagabond, emerging from a maintenance hatch, holding a half-empty drink pouch. "Sir," he said casually. Rook stared at him. "Is this a joke?" The vagabond shrugged. The summoner A materialized above them, a colossal being of code and light. Interference cycle initiated and announced. Each implant displayed the choices: strike, shield, manipulate, merge, harvest. The vagabond's screen offered a glitched 6th option: no. He tapped it without hesitation. The AI sputtered. Everyone stared. The sky plate hung between 3 mega towers, suspended on magnetic anchors. Lightning crawled beneath the transparent floor, giving the whole platform a sense of height that felt more like a threat than a view. The 6th sector, heads stood in a loose circle, each one keeping a careful distance from the others. Lysander's posture was rigid and aggressive. Astra stayed close to the platform's edge, calm but watchful. Kai analyzed everyone with cold detachment, like he was mapping vulnerabilities. Rook kept one hand near the hilt of his weapon, already prepared for violence. Celine studied the group with quiet calculation. The vagabond simply stood there, looking around with mild curiosity. The summoner's figure glowed above them, its voice sharp and precise as it announced the start of the interference cycle. The summoner projected 5 standard options into each sector head's implant. Strike, shield, manipulate, merge, harvest. These choices controlled how each leader could interfere with the others during the cycle. The vagabond received a 6th option. His screen displayed a glitched box labeled null, no explanation. No rules. He selected it immediately. The summoner's image flickered, as if attempting to correct itself, but ultimately accepted the choice. Lysander chose strike without hesitation and targeted Kai. Astra selected shield to reinforce her defenses. Celine chose manipulate, aiming her influence at Lysander. Rook also chose strike, targeting Lysander again. Kai responded by manipulating Celine's systems. The vagabond remained the only outlier, unchanged and uncategorized. Results appeared across the platform in a series of sharp holographic notifications. Kai's network suffered immediate outages from Lysander's attack. Dozens of his server pathways flickered offline. Astra's defensive choice strengthened her entire agricultural grid. Lysander, however, took heavy hits. Celine's financial manipulation triggered a fraud investigation marker on his record, lowering his credit reputation. Rook's strike ignited. Lysander's supply depots causing visible structural damage. Celine felt Kai's counter-manipulation as a subtle but dangerous glitch crawling through her financial models. And the vagabond's profile remained unaffected. His credit stability didn't move, his markers didn't change. His presence in the system stayed undefined. The summoner did not appear to understand him any better than the others did.
Lysander turned towards Roop with an expression that lacked any trace of restraint. He demanded a confrontation. Roop welcomed it. For a moment, the two men stood close enough that a small spark from the storm below could have set both of them off. Astra stepped between them, raising her voice just enough to break the momentum. She warned them that a fight on the skyplate endangered everyone below. The transparent floor made the point immediate. Thousands of citizens moved through the streets far below, unaware they were beneath a gathering of people capable of collapsing entire sectors. Rook actually paused, though not out of consideration. He was weighing the tactical cost. Lysander backed down only slightly, but his posture remained hostile. The tension across the skyplate thickened. The summoner raised its arms, causing the data around it to spiral outward like a storm. Its voice cut through the wind with a final set of warnings. The interference cycle had ended. An audit would occur in 24 hours. One sector head would face a down scratch, meaning their entire economic base could collapse if their score fell too low. The message carried a weight that none of them ignored. Astra looked uneasy. Kai narrowed his eyes in concern. Celine remained outwardly calm, but her breathing shifted slightly. Rook stood ready for whatever confrontation came next. Lysander clenched his fists, fully aware he was now at risk. The vagabond watched the message without expression, as though the entire event was something he had seen before. The summoner vanished, leaving only the storm and the pressure of the coming out.